My favourite flying boat, the S-23 Empire. Commonly referred to as the C-Class flying boat, the short Empire marked a major advance in the standards of air travel on offer. Developed for Imperial Airways to serve its Empire routes to Africa, Asia and Australia, it was a flying boat that could offer space and comfort. Short Brothers in Belfast faced numerous technological hurdles in meeting the specification for the aircraft put forward by Imperial Airways. For no aircraft of this size had ever been developed before. A flying boat design was chosen because it was felt the sophistication would not be possible in a land-based aircraft due to its size and weight. However, the four Bristol Pegasus engines would need greater clearance from the water and thus were placed high above the waterline. This allowed the aircraft to include an upper deck, and it also meant Short Brothers had to develop new techniques during construction and a new flap arrangement to give the huge aircraft lift at slower speeds without incurring a disruption to the airflow. The first Short Empire flew in July 1936. Inside, it was fitted out with a saloon aft cabin, toilets and galley, promenade deck and space for freight, mail and crew. Bunks were commonly fitted for sleeper services. The Short Empire was built alongside the well-known Short Sunderland and Short Sandringham flying boats, which were pressed into military service during the war. A special piggyback experiment was also trialled, fitting a short S-20 float plane to the top of a modified S-23, which allowed longer distance travel by staging the journey over two aircraft. Although successful trials took place, the onset of war put a halt to its development. Only 42 Short Empire class aircraft were built, in addition to Imperial Airways, which later became BOAC. They flew with Qantas Empire Airways, the Royal Air Force, Royal Australian Air Force, and Royal New Zealand Air Force, as well as TAL New Zealand. The Second World War saw production cease, and post-war developments in airliners meant a shift away from the size and opulence of flying boats in favour of economical land-based airliners that could fly much further. So let me clear up a few things there. Number one, the Short S-20 float plane was used to carry mail to Canada. And I've looked into it extensively and there is no mention that it would have been used for passengers. And the bit where I said about the Short Sunderland and Short Sandringham, the Sunderland was just a development of the S-30 for Coastal Command. Originally they were going to go to Australia. It was going to be for their Air Force, but because war broke out, obviously they were left at home. And the Sandringham, I've been on board a Sandringham, and they were the late 40s, early 50s. Plus, I believe, flying boat was broken up at Hythe in 1954. So they wasn't just for pre-war use. Well, over the past few weeks, I've had the flu, so that's the reason why we've been off air. Thankfully, we do have a few more videos lined up. Stay tuned.